Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of The Gunman. So today I'm extremely excited to announce that we've done a second edition Gunman Pro Lite. So the first batch was so popular they sold out very quickly. In fact, Chris from Spray Guns Direct, who organized the edition, he said that they sold out quicker than any other limited edition he's ever done. So that was pretty impressive, and I do thank everyone who did get one of those first editions. But for those who missed out, here we go with red and green Gunman Edition Pro Lite. So obviously the gun behind the different colors and the Gunman logo is just the standard DeVille West GTI Pro Lite, which is still my number one spray gun, all things considered. So I recently just did an updated top 10 spray gun list, and when you take everything into consideration, I still count that as my favorite spray gun, or the best spray gun on the market. So another thing that we've got this time, which is a first for the channel, is Gunman Edition spray suits. These things are absolutely killer. Now originally I never liked the Kolad spray suits for the one reason that they didn't have any pocket holes. So when I'm in the spray booth, I might say get some wet on wet primer down and then do the masking after I've already got some primer down. So I've got my spray suit on, but then I might have my Kolad blade in my pocket of my normal pants, not the spray suit pocket, because if I leave them in the spray suit pocket, they'll fall out and I'll lose it. Sometimes I'll need to make a quick phone call in between coats and tell the paint supplier, hey, we need some more hardener. And previously I was unable to do that with the Kolad suits because they didn't have any access holes to get into your pockets in your pants. But now, as you see here, we do have access holes to get into my Kolad blade. They also didn't have top pockets in the Kolad suits either, so that's where I prefer to put my tack rag. They always had the back pockets, but they didn't have a top pocket, which is where I prefer to keep my tack rag when I'm spraying. It's nice, easy access, it's always up the top there, and yeah, I find I don't lose it when I do wrap it up and put it into my toolbox. It's just a good place to have an extra pocket. Another one of my favorite things about these suits is that they're extremely lightweight, so they're not too heavy on you. Look, we live in Perth here, and it does get quite hot here in summer, and look, even with the lightweight suits, they stick to you. You just start sweating as you're spraying. But it's for that reason that I actually prefer the extra large in summer, because it just gives your skin that little bit more room to breathe. So what you see me wearing here is the large size, which is a 56. So it's a nice fit, probably more suited for me in winter, because once you start working and you're working in that booth with a gun in your hand and a sweaty 40-degree day or 100-degree Fahrenheit day, it just yeah, it sort of doesn't give your skin that much room to breathe. So I'm about 6 foot and an average build, so that's something to sort of keep in mind if you are looking at sizes when you are getting one of these suits. So as I say, both large and extra large do fit me. What I really do like in the cooler months is these lab coats. They are totally awesome. Nice, lightweight. You're only covering the half of your body, which is really going to get most of the paint. However, you do get a little bit touching your legs sometimes, so that's why I will only ever wear these suits in winter when I've actually got long pants on. So if I'm using shorts in summer, I don't wear these because I don't like clear coat all over my legs. A little bit of overspray on your work pants isn't the biggest issue, but as I say, I just don't like the hairs on my legs sticking together with clear coat. But yeah, the gunny suits is something that I reckon that both spray painters from home or in the workshop environment will get good value out of, and they do last for quite some time. I'm talking like 2 to 3 months. You can wash them, so they do represent good value, and they do actually also have anti-static properties to them too, so you're not going to get statically charged as you're spraying, so that's obviously going to help keep your jobs nice and clean. So now we're all suited up, it's time to paint some shit with my Gunman Edition Pro Lite. So as you can see there, I decided to get the TE10 on the green Pro Lite, and I actually got the TE20 on the red one. So I'll give you guys a look at some clear coat with the TE20 and some Stando Blue base coat application with the TE10. So as far as recommending an air cap goes, look, you can't go wrong. I say you can hardly go wrong with the TE20 or TE10. They're both pretty solid air caps. Look, the differences are minimal. They're not massive differences. However, the TE10 has a little bit of a lower air consumption, so if you are, you know, playing from home and you do have like a smaller compressor, you might be better off getting the TE10 it's going to give you a slightly finer atomization. But if you look on the website that I've got linked below in the description here, and you click on the spray gun, so you know, the DeVilbiss Pro Light, this one that you could be buying, if you look below that, it will have all the technical specifications on all the different air caps. So it'll tell you how many liters per minute, or CFM, that each different air cap's going to use. So from memory, it's somewhere around like 16 CFM for the HV30, and then the TE20 is around like 12.5, and then the TE10 is under 10 CFM, so it's like 9.5 CFM, and I think the T110's pretty close to the TE10. However, the T110 has got a bit of a smaller fan on it, which is why I've actually been leaning away from it these days. I mean, I'm not looking for dead flat finishes, and if I am looking for dead flat finishes, I'll probably start by spraying it a first time. I'll then sand it down and flow coat it, and might even look at putting a 1.2 on with the T110 air cap, something like that. And even then, like, if you want absolutely dead flat, you're going to be buffing anyway, so you really just want to get it close to dead flat, and I've found that less is better, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you want a orange peel free, ripple free finish, you're going to be sanding it back and buffing it anyway. So yeah, as I said, you would paint it your first time, you'd probably then sand it back and nice and smooth, and then go with like the 1.2 tip, and maybe even the T110, and again you'd still be wet sanding it and buffing it up to get your glass finish anyway. But at the end of the day, not many people are going to be doing that. I do know one guy who does that. He's from the Netherlands. He does some killer work. His name is Jose, and they've got a body shop up there called Gato Negro Car Body Shop. So yeah, shout out to you, Jose. And he's a DeVilbiss nut as well. Like, he'll always go and buy the latest spray guns, like the Sardas and the Supernovas, but he ends up always selling them and always goes back to his Pro Lights. I swear, man, like, that, if that's not a vote of confidence, I don't know what is. And I'm talking, the work that this guy does is absolutely amazing. Like, yeah, some of the best work that you'll see. So I do recommend going and checking them out on Instagram if you are an Instagram user. So Gato Negro Car Body Shop in the Netherlands. I'll put a link down below if I remember. So yeah, check them out. They do some amazing work, and just about everything they do is really nice and flat off the gun, but they still go and cut them and buff them for probably days. And that guy I was just talking about, he uses his T110 for his Stando. I think they use Stando Blue from memory up there, and he swears by it. So, you know, don't take everything that I say as gospel. As much as I personally don't like the T110 that much, there's people out there who swear by it. So, you know, and that's another great thing about the Pro Lights, is that it's not going to cost an absolute arm and a leg to just go get yourself an extra air cap. They're around $100, so give or take, maybe 120, 130 Australian dollars. As I say, that's going to change, but it's a damn sight better than the $300 that I was quoted when I wanted to get a different, all I needed was a fluid tip and needle to suit. When I had my SATA jet, the first SATA jet I got, I didn't realize that 1.3 actually measured 1.47. So, you know, a little bit of deceptive marketing there. And then to go and change your fluid tip, you need to get a whole fluid tip, needle and air cap set, which is something that you definitely don't have to do with the DeVilbiss. That's always been a strong point in my opinion. You can swap air caps, tips and needles from any single Pro Light that you wish, and they will all fit. Yeah, I've actually heard that there was like something going on behind the scenes where they like cracked it, like they cracked how to make them all the same. It's like the way it's actually designed, or the way they're actually built, like they're laser cut or something like that. So I think they like mill them or something with your SATA jets or something. So like each needle, tip and cap are like done at the same time, and they will only fit each other. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a big plus for us end users. But yeah, I was actually offered a deal by these Chinese guys. They were going to put my logo on the side of these Chinese guns, and I just said, look, I'm not really interested in it. I'm sorry to them, like I wish them the best of luck, but look, I wouldn't put my logo on something that I wouldn't use myself, if you know what I mean. Like I love my Pro Lights, and I would have waited, you know, until they did a Pro Light with a Gunman logo on it, or alternatively not even done one. But yeah, as I say, look, it's no secret to my audience that the Pro Lights are my favorite gun, and look, that's part of the reason is staying true to my roots, you know. Like, at the end of the day, I don't buy spray guns anymore. They are given to the channel, they're donated to the channel for the purpose of review, but I still try to tackle every single review and put myself in the position if I did buy it. There is so many sellouts out there on YouTube that it is not funny, and they're not even reviews, they're basically just doing advertisements. So at the end of the day, I think I've done pretty well at retaining a honest opinion in my reviews. So yeah, like, it would be nothing for me to say, hey, you should all go out there and buy $1,000 SATA jets, or you should all go out there and buy yourself $1,000 iWatters, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't do that, so I wouldn't recommend you to do it. So yeah, look, thanks for watching, Gunners. I hope you did enjoy watching. I hope you picked something up out of it, and if you do decide to go and get yourself one of these Gunman Edition Pro Lights or spray suits, I salute you. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So another big thanks also to Spray Guns Direct too. They're the ones who instigated this. They're also the ones that are handling all of the business end of it. So you will be buying them through Spray Guns Direct website. They're just so much more experienced with all that kind of stuff. So it's easier for them to just sell them their end, and they will send them out worldwide from there. Yeah, until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Thanks for watching, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.